It's Thursday. It's mi monte. Let's start our day. This morning is Thursday, so they're going to do AR reading. So they'll come in, they'll sit, and they will read for about 15 minutes and take AR tests. My friends that are not readers or strong readers will come with me, and we will do something else because they're not going to be able to read and they're not going to be able to take AR tests. So we are going to do something else with those 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, we'll do something with those 3. Everyone else is able to read, even if it's kindergarten level, they're able to read, but I have 2 that still, they're not there yet. So I'll do something with them for the 15 minutes while everyone else reads and takes AR tests. I ask them to read the book 2 times and then take an AR test on it. If they pass for the month of February, they get a little heart owl, I love you, Valentine's eraser. And then this will change for March. I'll have to find something I have in there that has to do with leprechauns, rainbows, sunshine. But that's what we're going to do this morning. After that, we'll start our day. Let me check what we're doing today. I need to cut all my things. So a lot of cutting right now. And then I have to go make copies of tenses. And then I read Gingerbread Man, which is our story for week 3, our second story for week 3, unit 3, week 3, and then we're going to do cause and effect today. So I need to go take copies of those. I need to do some cutting. Math, we're going to go over our lesson again where we have to decompose numbers and then bring them back together. So that's what this is. And so this is what we're going to do together. So it's just going to be our lesson again, just the worksheet that went with it. So they're going to have space where they have to decompose the number and then bring it back together. That's what we're going to do. I need to find baggies because I have a sort, but I don't have baggies to put them in. So I'm gonna go find some baggies somewhere. A few things before I start my day. I'm gonna check what the book of the week is from Scholastic. Last week was Dragons Love Tacos. They were $1, so I bought 25 of them. Hopefully they get here by Valentine's Day. That'll be my Valentine's Day present. And then I'm gonna try to find something to do. I read all these Henry and Mudge books. They love the Henry and Mudge series, and I need to find something to do with it because to just read them all and then to be like, okay, we're done. I read all the ones I have, but I want to see if there's anything on Fabulous TPT of a book study or something that goes over all of them because I read them and I want them to do something with it. So I'm gonna look there, just like a book study or something. And since one of our standards is comparing adventures, since we've read all of these stories, I wanna see if there's something we can do with that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Did all my cutting and I'm gonna go find some coffee and I'll see you later. It's lunchtime. As you see, no one's here. My kids are great. Just let me take a moment and say thank you to my kids. I tell them thank you all the time. The librarian tells them thank you all the time. The cafeteria worker tells them thank you all the time. That to me, when other people tell you that your class is the best first grade class, they probably tell it to everybody, but it makes my heart super happy. They are great class. Not every day sunshine and roses because everybody has, days, but for the most part, they are just happy little 6-year-olds and they love school still. And that makes my job so much easier when they are yay for a lot of things that we do, even though they're simple. Something that I'm gonna try to do, well, let me show you. I bought these from the Dollar Tree. They're just little wood, $1.25. There's 24 of them, and we're going to paint. So I'm gonna look for red, pink, and white. And then we are going to do some painting. That's my plan. The kids saw watercoloring yesterday and they were like, oh, I want a watercolor. I don't watercolor because I don't like the water, but I'll paint. So we're gonna do painting. It's just like a little ornament. So we're going to do, like I said, red, pink, and white, and then it comes with little tiny strings, and then they'll take those home. I think the other side will keep blank, and then they'll just write their name on it in Sharpie and write first grade, or yeah, they'll probably just do that. Their name on it, and then the date, and make it say first grade, and that's what we're going to do for a little fun activity. So we're gonna do that, hopefully at the end of the day. I just need to find something. I don't know if I want them to paint with sponges or with Q-tips or with just a regular paintbrush. So we'll see. We'll see what we find. Sponges would probably be best. But that's my little fun activity. The Dollar Tree, they had things for Christmas also, so hopefully I'll go back and see if they have anything like shamrocky. If not, they'll just have to do something else. So that's my fun activity we're gonna do today. What have we done? We've done our math. We did AR tests. And then we finished our retail. And we talked more about how, you know, stories about kindness, because we're reading, we're reading Strictly No Elephants, and in the book they're not allowed because he's an elephant, and so he's not allowed to go into the club. So he makes his own club, but in the sign for his own club it says all are welcome. And so one of my friends said, well, why doesn't he just say, no, you can't come because you didn't let me? And so we talked about kindness. We be kind. We need to be kind. And that's going to lead up great to next week, because next week's Valentine's Day. And I don't surround it with, I don't talk about love. I talk about being kind, and I talk about friends and how we need to make friends. And so that's what next week's theme is going to be. So a lot of kindness and friendship related. And that story goes with it. Next week's story is either going to be Love Monster if it gets here on time, because I ordered it from Scholastic, or it's going to be like Nobody Hugs a Cactus or I think that's what the story's called. So it's going to go with being kind to others. And so that's what my story is going to be. Love Monster, it was cute. That's why I bought it. I saw crafts on TPT. That's why I got it. I don't know what it's about. I haven't read it. Oops. So we did our read out loud. We did our phonemic awareness and phonics. Phonemic awareness you can do in the dark. Phonics you have to see. And then I show them what groups were. So when they come back, we're going to do our groups. I'm going to pull friends to finish fluency and to test on our high frequency words. And then we're going to do hard C, soft C with one of the groups. And so they're just gonna have to color it if it's a hard C or if it's a soft C. And so we're gonna go with the groups and we're going to work on that. And then I have friends just reading to me. So I've been marking down, they come and they read the stories in the decodables that go with hard C and soft C. And I'm just marking down that they read with me. So that's what I'm pulling. So I'm gonna pull my EL kids, which again are my lows. We're going to do a page from the workbook that's going over hard C, soft C, and then our high frequency words. That's going to be their lesson. And then I'm going to pull my medium-ish kids to do this. And then I'm going to pull kids one by one just so they can get reading done with me. I'm going to do that like once a week. Just pull kids, read with me, and then I'm going to mark it down that they read the decodable with me. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to see if I can find what I can find to paint my little hearts with. So I have groups. I have that. We need to get our writing done. We didn't finish it yesterday. And some PE. And that might be my day. So it's lunchtime. Or reading. Sorry, I take that back. Cause and effect. I have a worksheet. Excuse me. I have a worksheet, just says cause and effect, match the cause with the effect. And then I have a paper that has causes and effects on it. So I'm gonna have them work with a partner. Yesterday we did it with our story. That was just a quick little story called The Snowball Fight. And so we read it, and then I said, who sees in a cause and effect? And we just wrote it down that way. I'm gonna pair them up, and then they're gonna have to cut and glue it. Cause is your why, and then your effect is the what happened. After we do that, we will read on The Gingerbread Man. I'm gonna give them time to read it with a partner. I just have a little foldable. So we'll read it, and then we will find cause and effects with The Gingerbread Man. So it's a foldable. And then we'll write our effect or our cause, and then we'll cut, and then they'll become a flippy. That's why I call them. And then the effect will be on the inside. And then I think right here, we'll just draw the gingerbread man just to bring a little bit of extra into it, extra fun, reel them in. And that's my day. So we'll see what we get done. I have a high schooler that is doing track now, so I don't have to pick him up until 3:30. So that's going to give me a little bit of time after school to clean up and to get things ready for tomorrow. High school sports, highly recommend. Gets your kids doing something, but it also contains them and they're at where they need to be already. That way you don't have to play taxi like I do. But I'm gonna go eat my lunch and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day with my 6-year-old. I had a really good day. Not gonna complain. We did our work. We went out for PE. We played some ball catch 'em game. We came in, we did cause and effect. I told them I was gonna work them today and I did, and they did everything I asked them to do. Student versus teacher, they won. No big surprise today. I kept telling them, thank you so much for being great workers. I mean, they weren't perfect, but they're 6 and 7, but they were great. Tomorrow is Friday. We made it. We're gonna have sing along in the morning. We're gonna finish our cause and effect. I need to go I'm gonna go to our craft store, local craft store, and see if I can find like sponges or something to do painting with tomorrow. I only have big paintbrushes, and so I don't want to use that for this. I want something smaller. That way, you know, it's what I envision is having pink, red, and white splotches everywhere on it, and then I'll let it dry. I'm gonna see how we're gonna hang it because I want to hang it in the room for a little bit. So I think I'll just grab some push pins and then put them on I'll put it on my seasonal wall, I guess we'll call it. So I have 2 bulletin boards that change with the season, and then I have my big one right there that is student work. It usually goes with our read out loud. I think I said this before. And then everything else, like this whole board right here is in front of me, is what students give me. So if they give me something, I put it on, and that's where it stays for the year. And it's like my big refrigerator. It stays there, and at the end of the year, I do take everything off, and then I start all over again. So that's how I hang my stuff. I mean, there's other board stuff over there, but everything else is decoration. I usually have like a garland that hangs right there. I hung it too low one time and I choked my janitor when he opened the door and he headbutted it. But that's my garland that I put there that changes with the season. Next month it'll be green and white with shamrocks on it. And then, I mean, that's what changes in my room. Everything else stays the same. But those 2 bulletin boards, I just add to that one. I add to this one whenever I get something. But it was a good day. I enjoyed today. We learned a lot. They did a lot. I got a lot of hugs. It was a great day today. I got you're my favorite teacher. It's like, buddy, you only had 2 teachers, but I'm glad I'm your favorite. So I'm gonna go home. Tomorrow we're going to do our sing-along, our last day with Strictly No Elephants. We are going to work on finishing our worksheet we did today in math. We didn't finish it. My first group did better than my second group. My second group, again, they stopped. I know the answer is 37. I'm done. And they stopped. And then I asked them to do one by themselves, and they could not get it done. Like, they were lost. My first group, which is my middles and my lows, they were able to get a lot farther in just one. I just asked them to do one, and I, do it. And so then we went through it, or I went through it after, and like, who got that right and who got this right. And so we just went step by step, and they were able to get farther than my second group because they were stuck on, I have the answer, I'm done. And I don't know how many times I emphasized, like, I'm not paying attention to that really. I'm paying attention to the long math part, and that's what I called it, the long math part. If you can do the long math, that's what I'm focusing on. So I'm gonna do that lesson again tomorrow. Tomorrow is not gonna be a Zern day. Tomorrow's gonna be ST Math day. So I think if they get we're on 15, so I'm gonna say if they're on 10, they get to do ST Math. If not, they'll be on the carpet in front of me doing Zern so I can watch them. And then we're gonna do some art, and we're going to finish up our reading with I have to figure out, I'm not going to do a spelling phonics test. I think I'm just going to have them read words with the short G or the soft G, soft C in it. I think I'm going to do that instead of having them write it down, because is it a C with an E or a C with an I, a C with a Y? I want them to be able to read the words, and so I think I'm going to focus on that because there's just too many options. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think. We'll find out. I'll think about it this morning. I have a high schooler to pick up at 3:30, so I'm gonna get out and I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, how are we? It's Friday. It is 8:10. I am gonna go make my copies. What are we doing this morning? It is Friday, so we have sing-along. After sing-along, we're gonna come and finish math. I'm going to do a whole lesson. We're gonna work on 10 more, 10 less. And then I'm gonna use this side of one of our problem sets, and it's gonna go over quick 10s and 1s to help you solve addition problem. Whole group, I do whole group on Fridays just to bring everyone together, and then I'm gonna check who is on, I think I'm gonna say lesson, we're on 15, so I'm gonna see who's on lesson 10 in Zern, and they will get to do ST Math. Everyone that's not there will have to do Zern on the carpet in front of me, and so we're gonna do that. So that's sing along, math. We are going to do, I have cause and well, let's stop there. That's probably gonna be my morning. So my morning is going to be, and science. Sing along, we'll come in, we'll do our math, which is gonna be whole group just to bring everyone together. And then we are going to do science. So I think I'm gonna do mystery science. I'm gonna do a second grade, it's about frogs, and they have to listen to the frog and decide which frog is ribbiting. They don't all ribbit though. So which frog is making noise. And so in the beginning, it shows you different frog sounds or how you listen. And then it has just a picture of a swamp, and then you have to listen and you have to decide which frog is singing. We'll call it singing, or talking. And so it's gonna be like observation. So it's just really them sitting and listening. So it's practicing their listening skills. So we're going to do that. I made the copies. I have to go, I had this already, so I have to go print my math on the other side. And that will be probably my morning. And then I'll hit lunch. So I will see you at lunchtime. It's Friday. You made it. Lunch. I am gonna go eat lunch. I stalked somebody so I can get my favorite chips. I'm one of those hot chip people. Hi. It's lunch. We did sing along one a little bit longer. We came in, we did our math, we started our mystery science. So this is mystery science that I'm doing, that it's listening. That's a hard thing for them, so that's why I picked it. This is from actually second grade. They have to listen to the sound, and then we write down what it sounds like to us. We do it whole group. So they said like the first one sounded like chickens, so I wrote chickens. The next one they said it sounded like a bird. And then the third one was the American bullfrog, and one of my kids was like, hey, it's like a bulldog, and that's what we are. They already told us it said grum, 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 so we wrote it down. And then the last two, I had them share, and then I had them decide what it sounded like to them, and they wrote theirs down. I wrote woodpecker because it sounded like a woodpecker to me, and then a whistle. So that's what I put for ours. And on the other side, I think we'll wait and do this. We'll do it a little bit later, but it has a pond, and then it just plays a whole bunch of sounds, and you have to listen, and you have to put a check mark on which one you think it sounds like. And then it tells you what frogs were there, because there's more than one frog. And then it has the other one, and you have to listen, and you have to put check marks on which frogs you think are there, and then it tells you. So it's a listening one. I don't know how many times I told them that if they're not going to listen, we can't do it. But that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go have lunch. We're doing science, and so that's taking up, some other time. When we come back in, we're going to finish our science. This is what we're going to do for our author's message. Is going to be for Strictly No Elephants. We're going to write on the author's message of the story. When I do author's message, where's my paper? I put the list of messages, I guess, and we just go through it. And so I put this list up, and then I just put my little tiny erasers on the ones that we think are or might be the author's message. I read these pages again. I stop, I ask the questions, we talk about it, and then at the end we revisit what the author's message, what we think it is, and then we write it down. So that's going to be for our read out loud. We're going to do groups. I'm going to pull 4 at a time, and we're just going to do a little art. So this is just a little wood piece I showed you earlier. I bought little sponges. They're going to get a dot of red, a dot of white, and a dot of pink. White first, and then they're just going to go and they're going to sponge it on, and they're going to get a new one. There's going to be one for white, one for pink. Do the same thing, and then last one for red, and then it's going to turn out like this. It comes with a little tiny string, and so they'll just have this little tiny thing. Maybe I'll put glitter on it. Glitter's scary, but that's my art. That's what we're going to do 4 at a time when they're doing centers. And so they're going to do centers. I'm going to pull them, and then I don't know, we'll see. I need to get my writing finished. That's also on the plate. Today is Free Play Friday, so they'll have unstructured play for PE. That's what I do for Fridays. And then we are going to do, we already did our cause and effect. We finished that. That's what we did this morning. Cause and effect. So this is from the Gingerbread Man. So we just did yesterday we did the top 3. Today we listened to the pages again, and we, what happened and why did it happen. And so we just filled this out. So we also finished that this morning. So we did our reading for this morning. That's what I got. I'm going to go and eat some lunch. Someone brought hot wings, and I'm a hot wing kind of girl, a chili chip kind of girl. I think I'm going to be extra. I'm going to buy a soda. Ooh. And I'll see you after school. After school. I'll see you after school. Let me show you what I did today, or what they did today. Oh, I didn't tie this one. So I made a minor boo-boo. I said, kids can tie. No, they can't. So at the end of the day, I was almost going to lose my mind. But the reading teacher came in to hand something to my kids that go to her, and she said, here, let me help. So thank you. This is what the kids did. So it's the little heart. And so I gave them sponges with the colors. And so I gave them the white first, and then the pink and the red. Some of them did what I told them not to do to cover everything. So now they just have like a red heart. This little friend did it this way. And then here's another friend that just did it all red. I told them put the white down. Wherever there's no white, put the pink down. And wherever there's no pink, put the red down. And so they sat in front of me. We did by 4. And then we put it right here on the little tiny string. And then I'm going to hang them up over there on the seasonal board, I guess we'll call it. And that was my exciting thing we did today. Science, that was also exciting for them. Something that they really like that I like too. It's cute. It's called a Juice Box Junk Box. No, not Junk Box. Juice Box Jukebox. And it's a YouTube channel, and he has music. We listen to, every morning they come in and we listen to a song just to have them sit and calm down and get ready for school. 3 minutes, that's all I give them. 3 minutes, we sit, we listen to the song. By the end of the week, they're singing along with it. I had 2 this week. It was called Apes, and it goes over some of the shapes. It just talks about circles, triangles, and squares. And it has like a cute little, it's a song. It's a cute little rhythm to it. And then there was Counting by Twos by the same person. And by the end of the week, they're singing along with it, and it's really cute. So I'm just, hopefully he has more on his channel. So for next week, because they were like, I really like this. And too bad I can't play it for you, but listen to them. It's the Juice Box Jukebox. I like him. I'm gonna go home. 3:20, actually I take that back. I'm gonna go pick up a high schooler, sit there, wait, edit a video, actually make some returns at some stores. Because my kids don't like doing that with me. So I'm gonna go do that. Since I'm kidless right now, I'm going to go wait for my high schooler to come out, edit a video. This weekend, or the next week's gonna be a 4-day week. Friday we have off for President's Day. Tuesday is Valentine's Day. So I have 3 normal days. Tuesday, we'll play it by ear because sometimes the fun and excitement just gets too much. So Tuesday is going to be kind of 2 teaching with a lot of Valentine's thrown in. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go home. This weekend I have to do my slides, do some grading because I chose to do no grading this week. So I'm gonna do my grading and slides. I'm fine with that. My kids are old enough. I don't have to entertain them the whole entire time. And I like my job, so I have no problem doing it at home. And it's a Super Bowl anyway, so I'm not gonna watch a Super Bowl. I know, sorry. But that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna head out. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.